They tell you to be a social butterfly, but they never mention that butterflies are fragile and have a lifespan of a day. They sell you the dream of the crowd's warmth, but conveniently omit the fact that fire purges and crowds merely suffocate. You are told that your silence is a weakness, when in reality, it is the canvas upon which masterpieces of thought are painted. The world outside is a relentless storm of noise, yet you have cultivated an unshakable calm at its very eye. Welcome to the Sigma male community. We are not here to teach you how to fit in. We are here to remind you why you were born to stand apart. This is a sanctuary for the man who builds his own throne, who finds his counsel in reason, and whose validation comes not from the roar of the masses, but from the quiet, unwavering integrity of his own soul. Today we delve into the abyss of social interaction to understand not why you fail at it, but why you consciously, intelligently, and strategically reject it. 1. The mask factory suffocates them. Most social gatherings are not a meeting of minds, but a masquerade ball where authenticity is the first guest to be shown the door. You walk into a room and are immediately met with a gallery of manufactured personas. The ever-jovial jester, the endlessly agreeable listener, the intellectual who recites opinions like they are lines from a script. The intelligent Sigma sees the flimsy stitching holding these costumes together, and the sight is not one of contempt, but of a deep, visceral weariness. It is a compulsory theater where the price of admission is a piece of your genuine self. This is not a simple distaste for pretense. It is a profound claustrophobia of the spirit. While others find a strange comfort in their assigned roles, the Sigma feels the stale, recycled air of rehearsed charm and calculated vulnerability closing in, recognizing that to participate is to betray the very core of his being. This rejection is not born of arrogance, but of a fierce, protective instinct for what is real. Authenticity for the Sigma is not a lifestyle choice. It is the very oxygen his mind requires to breathe and to function at its highest capacity. To knowingly contort his spirit to fit into a prefabricated social mold, simply to maintain a collective illusion of harmony, feels like a slow, deliberate act of self-poisoning. The small talk, the feigned surprise, the hollow laughter, it is all a betrayal of the truth that resides within. He understands a Stoic truth without needing to name it. The greatest wealth is to live content with little, and the greatest freedom is to live content with your own undiluted nature. Faking harmony is not just a lie to others. It is a declaration of war against the self. 2. Their mind's fire melts groupthink wax. The mind of a Sigma is a forge, a place where ideas are hammered out in the fires of solitude and relentless analysis. These thoughts are often raw, intensely forged, and carry an illuminating heat that is uncomfortable for those accustomed to the shade. In stark contrast, the typical group dynamic operates like a wax seal, its primary function being to press all individual distinctions into a smooth, featureless surface of consensus. The goal is not truth but cohesion. The moment you introduce an idea that challenges an inherited narrative, questions an unspoken hierarchy, or exposes an inconvenient reality, you can feel the manufactured warmth of the group instantly turn cold. They do not want your fire, they want your acquiescence. This isn't a rejection of human connection. It is a steadfast refusal to allow the incisive spark of your intellect to be smothered by the tepid wax of collective comfort. The Sigma understands that a thought diluted for mass consumption loses its potency and its purpose. He would rather stand alone, illuminated by the stark clarity of his own flame, than melt into an indistinguishable, lukewarm blob of shared opinion. He has learned through observation that depth terrifies the shallow, and innovation threatens the complacent. Therefore, he protects his intellectual fire, not to hoard its warmth, but to preserve its power to one day build something of true and lasting value, far from the melting pot of mediocrity. 3. Gossip is intellectual sewage. In the social ecosystem, gossip is often mistaken for a lubricant, a cheap wine that seems to make interactions flow more smoothly. People sip on the drama of others' lives, believing they are forging bonds through shared secrets. The intelligent Sigma, however, sees this exchange for what it truly is: intellectual sewage. It is the toxic runoff of minds that lack the capacity for substantive conversation or the courage for direct confrontation. Engaging in this low-frequency warfare is not merely a waste of time. It is an act of self-contamination. It is a deliberate choice to wade through the murky, polluted waters of third-hand narratives and manufactured outrage. The Sigma's refusal to participate is a matter of mental hygiene. Why would a man focused on scaling the peaks of self-mastery and building empires of thought choose to immerse himself in such filth? He understands that gossip diminishes everyone it touches, the gossiper, the listener, and the unseen target. It erodes the foundations of trust and corrodes personal integrity. He builds a fortress of discernment around his mind, not to keep people out, but to prevent this petty, insidious pollution from seeping into his mental ecosystem. He knows his mind is his most valuable asset, and he will not allow it to become a dumping ground for the trivial grievances of others. For good vibes only is truth's straitjacket. You see the phrase everywhere, a mantra of the modern social landscape, good vibes only. It is presented as a commitment to positivity, a beacon of light. But the discerning mind of the Sigma pierces through this facade and sees it for the sophisticated gag order it truly is. This demand is not about genuine peace, it is about maintaining a fragile, artificial serenity at all costs. It is an edict that mandates the immediate suppression of anything real, challenging, complex, or uncomfortable. It is a form of emotional totalitarianism masquerading as enlightened harmony, a straitjacket for the truth. The Sigma understands a fundamental principle of growth. Real progress and genuine connection are not born from placid agreement, but from friction. It is the spark of dissent, the grit of an uncomfortable truth, and the tension of a debate that forges stronger ideas and deeper bonds. Enforcing a state of perpetual sunshine only creates a desert where intellectual honesty cannot survive. The Sigma refuses to silence his critical mind or dilute his potent insights simply to maintain a pastel-colored illusion of peace. He craves the cleansing power of a thunderstorm, not the stagnant, festering water of a pond where nothing is ever disturbed. He chooses the difficult truth over the easy lie, every single time. 5. Forced empathy is a lie they refuse to tell. Modern social scripts are riddled with demands for performative validation. You are expected to nod along with manufactured outrage, to co-sign victim narratives without question, and to applaud irrationality simply to keep the delicate social boat from rocking. To the Sigma, this is not a display of kindness. It is a form of intellectual prostitution. It is the act of selling your rational mind and your integrity for the cheap currency of social approval. He understands that authentic empathy is an active, discerning process. It requires genuine engagement, critical thought, and sometimes the respectful courage to challenge a flawed perspective, not just mindless, reflexive mirroring. To pretend to endorse every unfiltered emotional outburst or every half-baked grievance feels like a profound violation of his internal code. He values truth far more than temporary comfort and believes that real respect is demonstrated through honest engagement, not empty appeasement. He will not trade his clarity for social credit. He sees this demand for forced empathy as a subtle test of his boundaries and his commitment to reason. Passing the test means refusing to tell the lie. It means preserving his own judgment, understanding that his duty is not to validate every feeling, but to perceive reality as it is, and to act with a clear and uncompromised mind. You're here on this channel because you understand value isn't found in the noisy bazaar. It's forged in focus. What drains the average person funds your power. The next point isn't just an observation, it's your operational manual. Recognize the calculation. 6. Socializing is a net loss energy audit. The Sigma does not simply hang out. He unconsciously or consciously conducts a ruthless return on investment analysis for every social interaction. His most precious resources are not money or possessions, but his time, his focus, and his mental bandwidth. These are the non-renewable strategic reserves that fuel his mission. From this perspective, most social environments register as black holes of energy. They are engineered to drain your cognitive currency through an endless drip of meaningless chatter, emotional static, and the exhausting performance of social expectations. That harmless coffee chat or after-work drink is rarely just that. It is a significant withdrawal from the very account that fuels your deep work, your clarity, and your progress. Guarding these energy reserves is not antisocial, it is strategic. It is the vigilance of a general protecting his army's supply lines during a critical campaign. The war being fought is one for meaning, purpose, and self-actualization. Why would he hemorrhage focus on conversations that are as nourishing as cardboard when solitude offers compound interest on his intellectual capital? Every joule of energy depleted on triviality is a potential breakthrough squandered, a problem unsolved, a skill unmastered. He treats his energy with the respect it deserves, investing it where it yields the highest returns, in himself. 7. Popularity demands surrender, not strength. Where many see widespread popularity and adoration as the ultimate prize, the Sigma sees it as a receipt, a detailed accounting of every piece of the self that was sold off to acquire it. To become universally palatable, to be liked by everyone, is an exercise in self-erosion. It demands that you sand down your sharpest edges, silence your most inconvenient truths, and learn to fragment your personality into a dozen context-dependent personas, each one tailored to please its specific audience. This is not a demonstration of social skill, it is a quiet, strategic act of self-annihilation. The price of the crowd's constant applause is the slow, steady erosion of your unshakable core. The Sigma instinctively understands this and chooses radical wholeness over fragmented acceptance. He would rather stand entirely alone, undiluted and potent in his integrity, than exist as a crowd-pleasing ghost of his true potential. This is the essence of his sovereignty. His identity and his sense of worth are owed to no audience. He is the sole arbiter of his own value. Strength, for him, is not measured by the number of hands he shakes, but by his ability to stand firm in his own truth, even when and especially when he stands alone. 8. Noise drowns their signal frequency. The modern social sphere is a deafening cacophony. It is a relentless barrage of recycled opinions, emotional static, hollow laughter, and performative virtue signaling. The Sigma, by nature, possesses a finely tuned internal receiver, one that is constantly scanning the environment, seeking only a potent signal, information dense with truth, insight, and substance. The endless ambient noise of typical social interaction isn't just annoying to him, it is cognitively corrosive. It scrambles his frequency and interferes with his ability to lock onto the signals that truly matter. Engaging feels like trying to listen to a complex symphony while standing next to a jet engine. He preserves his mental bandwidth not out of elitism, but out of sheer necessity. It is an act of self-preservation. Why would you subject a high-definition mind to a world of low-resolution chatter? It is an inefficient and damaging use of a superior instrument. For him, solitude is not an empty silence. It is the pristine, crystal-clear environment required to hear his own powerful signal without distortion. It is in this clarity that his best ideas are born, his most difficult problems are solved, and his true path forward is revealed. He retreats from the noise not to escape the world, but to hear its deeper truths. 9. They dissect, they don't dance. When a Sigma enters a social setting, he does not seamlessly merge with the flow. Instead, a part of his mind shifts into the mode of a forensic observer. While others are gracefully waltzing through pleasantries and performing the dance of social ritual, he is standing at the edge of the ballroom, analyzing. He is decoding micro-expressions, mapping the subtle currents of power dynamics, and identifying the unspoken insecurities that drive the conversation. To him, a casual question like, "How's the weather?" is not just small talk, it is a data point, one that might reveal a person's deep-seated avoidance of substantive topics or their anxiety about silence. This hyper-awareness is not a product of coldness or detachment, but of a mind that is wired to see the underlying mechanics of things. The tragedy for the Sigma is that once you see the puppet strings controlling every forced smile, every defensive deflection, and every scripted joke, the magic of the performance vanishes. All that remains is a predictable, exhausting, and often boring script. Participation feels like willingly joining a play when you have already read the script and know the bland, unsatisfying ending. He craves the raw, unscripted improvisation of reality, not the endlessly rehearsed banter of the social stage. 10. Their inner world outshines the external stage. The Sigma male is not merely a man who is comfortable with being alone. He is the chief architect of a vast and intricate internal landscape. His mind is not a quiet room, but a bustling metropolis of ideas, a library of accumulated knowledge, and a studio where strategies are endlessly war-gamed and refined. The thoughts that unfold within him are complex, multi-layered dialogues that make most external conversations feel like kindergarten finger painting in comparison. His inner world is a source of infinite fascination, challenge, and growth. Given this reality, why would he choose to abandon his rich internal palace to endure the simplistic and often trivial back and forth of group chatter? The symphonies of insight he conducts within his own mind provide a level of challenge, clarity, and validation that can rarely be found in the hollow echo chamber of social approval. For him, speaking is not a nervous tick to fill the void of silence. It is a deliberate act of distillation. It is the process of carefully selecting a single potent idea from his vast inner world and translating it for the external stage. The most profound and meaningful conversations he has are the ones that happen behind his own eyes. 11. Crowds accelerate the rot of reason. The Sigma's aversion to crowds is not a simple case of claustrophobia. It is the aversion of a physician watching a disease spread in real time. He observes that mass gatherings, whether physical or virtual, almost inevitably trigger a process of intellectual devolution. Complex, nuanced ideas are flattened into simplistic slogans. Critical thought is sacrificed at the altar of the lowest common denominator. And the warm, intoxicating bath of group affirmation quickly drowns out the quiet, dissenting voice of reason. The psychological pressure to conform is immense, a gravitational force capable of bending even the sharpest minds toward a bland and featureless consensus. He sees crowds as petri dishes where originality goes to die and independent thought is always the first casualty. Protecting his intellectual integrity from this process is not an act of aloofness. It is an act of mental triage. It is the conscious decision to quarantine his mind from the contagious disease of deluded thinking that thrives so readily in the herd. He understands a timeless truth: the mob has many heads but no brain. His mind is a fortress, built brick by brick with logic, discipline, and observation. He stands guard at its gates, not to isolate himself from humanity, but to protect the very faculty that allows him to serve it in a meaningful way. The path of the Sigma is a solitary one, not by chance but by design. What we have discussed today is not a list of social anxieties, but a manifesto of intellectual sovereignty. Your rejection of the superficial is not a flaw, it is a filter. It is a powerful mechanism that conserves your most vital resources for the things that truly matter. Your purpose, your growth, and the construction of a life guided by principle, not by applause. The noise of the crowd will fade, the masks will crumble, and the fleeting warmth of groupthink will turn cold. What will remain is the fortress you have built within, the clarity of your own mind, and the unshakable strength of your character. This is the journey we are on together at the Sigma Male community. We are not just a channel, we are a bulwark against the tide of mediocrity. If these truths resonated with the fire in your own mind, then solidify your place in this tribe. Like this video to signal your understanding. Share it with a brother who is walking the same path. And in the comments below, tell us which of these 11 reasons is the most potent force in your own life. We read them all. If you have not already, subscribe and, more importantly, activate the notification bell because our work here is far from over. This is your guidepost in a world that demands you lose your way. Stay sharp, stay sovereign, and continue to build your empire in silence.